A sex robot replaced my wife. I can't even say I was lonely. I had a whole family when this whole ordeal started unraveling. But hey, just because a man has a family doesn't mean he doesn't have needs, right? That's the reason I bought the thing to begin with. Kids were grown, bills were, sort of paid. I'd been laid off a few months prior. Life was steady for the most part, though. All except for one aspect. One singular aspect that would bring any man to his knees. My wife. My good old ball and chain. I can't even tell you when the bedtime activities came to an end. It was gradual. A steady decline in romance. It started with the excuses. I have a headache. I had a long day. Have you been drinking? Like, come on. Anyway, I don't want to ramble. The point is, I did what I thought I needed to do, which was apparently spending $750 on a lifelike robot meant to satisfy my every desire. At least that's what the ad said. I have to say, though, from the moment that thing arrived on my doorstep, all I've had are issues. It started with my wife, of course. I mean, of course it did. How exactly are you going to get mad that a machine is doing your job for you? You don't see me whining when you use that whatever while I'm in the room with you. Okay, maybe once or twice, but that's not the point. The point is, she drove me into that thing's rubber arms, and that was all fine and dandy at first, refreshing even. This thing didn't care about flowers or dinners or watching its favorite show. All it cared about was doing its job. However, it wasn't long before my newly found muse began to break character, talking back, complaining. I'm not in the mood right now. I'm not feeling well. I'm so tired. I can't accurately express just how annoying it is when a robot tells me it's tired. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you need an oil change? A freaking recharge? Please. I noticed that as my frustration grew, so did my wife's happiness. Ironic, in a way. I'd catch glimpses of her staring in at me through the crack in the bedroom door, watching me sit hopelessly on the edge of the bed with my head in my hands as the robot kept repeating phrases in that, robotic tone. Did you look for a job today? Did you get the dishes done? When was the last time you showered? I still refused to give in, though. I don't know if it was pride or some kind of underlying resentment, but I just could not let my wife win. I'd share a bed with the robot till the cows came home if I had to. And believe me, my wife was trying to win, trying her absolute damnedest. Having fun with your toy? Ready to have a real woman again? Don't you think this is getting embarrassing for the both of us? She didn't just try and shame me, she tried persuading me, pulling me back in with seduction, wearing the lipstick I like, putting on that intoxicating perfume of hers, but I stood firm. As a final stand, I walked into the kitchen one day after coming home from a job interview to find my wife dressed in the most jaw-dropping lingerie I had ever seen. Normally, that would have been enough, and I would have been sold. However, there was one minor detail that just made the whole situation horrifying. Her face wasn't her face, it was crude looking, asymmetrical and lopsided, like she was wearing a mask that I could clearly tell was cut from my sweet, precious new toy. And if that weren't enough to turn me off completely, her cries surely got the job done. I just want you to think I'm pretty. Isn't this what you want? Please tell me I'm pretty. The wails were maddening. At first, this felt like a little game. A game that, dare I say, was kind of spicing things up in our marriage. I mean, she was all I ever thought about during those daily escapes with the robot. I didn't mean for it to go this far. That's why my immediate reaction was to run to my bedroom and get rid of the thing once and for all. I felt in my gut that something was about to go horribly wrong the moment my hand touched the door handle. Sheer intuition made me pause for a moment and brace myself. Thank God I did, because as soon as I pushed the door open, I felt all of the wind get knocked out of my lungs. Lying on its back with its head facing the doorway, the robot wore my wife's wedding dress. The sight was audacious. The feeling of nausea wrapped a white gown and veil. That's not what shattered me, though. No, what had me gasping for air and dialing 911 was what the veil concealed. Pulling it back, I was met with the face of my wife stitched over what was once a lifeless rubber imitation. Do you think I'm pretty now, honey? Now we can finally sleep together again. Give me a kiss, honey boy. With a metallic cling, the machine's lips puckered and began kissing at me. I reached the kitchen again to find my wife crawling across the floor to my feet, a trail of blood smearing the floor and staining her black lingerie. I didn't even know what to tell the operator. All I could do was scream for them to send an ambulance to my address immediately. However, before the ambulance could arrive, I watched as my beautiful bride dwindled away, clawing at my feet while sobbing. I fell to my knees beside her, my tears hitting her scalp and soaking her hair. As I cried, I heard my bedroom door slowly squeak open. Mechanical footsteps echoed down the hallway towards me. Awkward, urgent footsteps. As my wife let her last breath, by some miracle, I heard her voice again from behind me. How did the interview go today, honey?